Hello, I'm EnterElysium. Welcome back, of course, to Aurora 4X, where we're playing some lovely Dwarf Fortress in space type things. Bear in mind that we've accelerated time a little bit. What's the time right now? It is 2063, and we've got a few technologies and stuff. We haven't seen any more of the aliens. Nothing revelatory has happened. A couple more systems have been added. Get rid of that now. Whee! You can go over there. How we've unlocked a few technologies. Currently we're working on active gravity sensor strength 28, magazine feed efficiency, and a tiny fuel store, because we could actually get fighters soon. But we've recently got ourselves some things like improved geological sensors and improved geosensors and stuff like that, which I think means it's basically time for us to investigate the possibility of a much better exploration ship. It's been a while since we've done one of those, so we are going to crack open the ship design. We would like to go for a new ship. And then, the question is, do we want to get a separate geo survey and a separate grav survey, or just one that does both? Because one that does both has been working for us. It's been easier to do, but if with them separate, we could do things a lot more directed. I don't know if we want to do them separate or not. I'm going to actually take opinions from Twitch chat because, of course, when I'm recording these, I do stream on Twitch. So I'll see what Twitch chat says, and we might go with that. But for now, I'm going to pull up my name list because we are using exploration ships, which I believe are named after scientists. How about famous biologists or something? I don't know biologists as well. Famous biologists. Darwin, Mendel, Carson, Wallace, Pasteur. Yeah, those seem like good names. Okay, yeah, sure. I like the fact that I was asking Twitch chat, what do you think? Should I go exploration and geosurvey, or should I do like a combined one? And instead they've just given me a lot of good names for biologists, which is not exactly what I was going for. Right, you are the Darwin. People saying combined? Separate? Okay. You know what, we'll go with a poll. If someone can set up a poll, combined or separate. So we're for now just going to name you as our exploration ship. And we're aiming for about 8,000 tons, because we've also done some work on our shipyards. If I bring the shipyards up, you'll see. There we go. We've got a lot more shipyards. In fact, that's actually caused a lot of problems. We have major work shortages because a lot of people are working at these shipyards. Whoops. But we do have a 4-slip, 8,000-ton Jungfrau naval shipyard, which is basically going to be the one we're going to choose for these. So, close that up. Bring back the ship design. And we are going to start off with... Probably start off with the engine. Yeah, that seems like a good bet. Now, we have a formula for this. I've used it before. I cannot remember off the top of my head, so I'm going to look it up in my book. There we go. Velocity equals EP over mass times 50,000. Okay, so we're aiming for 8,000 tons. We know we've got a velocity we like. You know, I'm aiming for at least 4,000 minimum. I need to know the EP, so we can rearrange this equation. So instead, we take calculator. So the equations, as you don't know, is your velocity equals your engine propulsion units, your EP, divided by your mass, all times 50,000. So to rearrange that, we're going to use velocity times mass divided by 50,000. So our velocity is a minimum 4,000 I'm looking for. Times 8,000. All divided by 50,000. So looking at 640 EP. That sounds about right. It's a little bit on the high side, but sure. And let's go to designer tech. So, gonna grab ourselves engines. Internal fusion drive, I believe. Do we have fusion drives and stuff over here? Internal fusion drives, yes we have, but we cleared out a lot of them. Yeah, so we haven't got many drives available. 300 EP drive. So engine power, crank that right down so that it's got a lot of range. We've got fuel consumption 0.5 now, which is a nice increase. No thermal reduction. You can actually get technologies to reduce your thermal signature, which is actually quite useful on survey craft, in my opinion, because if you give them a giant thermal sensor, you can sense enemies and run away before they even see you. And if we go for the largest possible, we get 300 EP. We won't quite get our 4,000 if we go for this then, because we'll have 2 of these taking up 5,000 tons of our ship. It's probably better if we go a little bit less fuel efficient. So if we were to go something like that, we'd use twice as much fuel. 3 times as much fuel. We could be damn fast with this. I'm going to try this and we'll see what we get. So this is commercial IFD at 2.5 kilotons and an F of 10.12. We're going to insta that. Bam. Chuck 2 of those in. And then we're going to add fuel. Damn, that's a good range already. But we want more. So we're going to chuck out the large fuel store. And we're going to go for ultra large. Oh, actually, ultra large is 5,000 tons. Maybe just very large. There we go. That's 8 years almost. Okay. Now, if we scroll down, we'll see we have improved geological, improved gravitational. Same size. Cost is 50% higher, but they have a rating of 2 as opposed to 1, which means they will generate 2 research points or survey points rather than 1. So what we'll do is we will obsolete the old ones because we don't need those anymore. And we'll add 1 of these for now. Now, they've actually got a very high cost. Like if you look at this, it's 150. And if we look at the engine we made, 80. Your very complicated survey sensors and stuff take a lot of cost. They are very time consuming to build. In fact, it's often worth just getting your planet to build a crap ton of them. Just build them as industry, like build a ship part and then have them fitted to the craft by the actual shipyard rather than just building at the shipyard, because it will take a lot of time at the shipyard to do that. Right, let's see what the poll result in Twitch chat is for separate or combined. What else do we need? Thermal sensor would be helpful. Won't bother with a sea whiz on you. You're probably going to get died. Apparently the poll is broken or broke. Okay, that's great. I'm gonna look it up in the actual Moobot interface. Separate, 57.1%. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna go for 2 different types of ship. Okay. Now, the easiest way to do this is to have them be the same class of ship, but just a variant. So one will have geological sensor, the other one will have grav sensor. The issue here will be that because it's so costly, remember we can only change something like 15% of the ship or whatever it is. That cost is going to be a big part of the ship, so I don't know if we'll be able to. Cost. Percentage of total. Yeah, that geosolar sensor is 33.4%. It's going to be unlikely. Let's have a look at our shipyards. That's not going to work. We can't actually do separate because they're going to be different ships, so we can't produce them at the same shipyard. They'd have to be produced at different shipyards, and we only have the one shipyard designed in this class, so unless the other one was very different, which they only got one shipyard, I'm going to say we just go for combined. I know the poll said differently, but we're going to need them to be combined. So we're going to grab ourselves a gravitational sensor as well. And then we've got 1,200 tons to play with. Let's see if our thermal tech's improved. All right, thermal sensor. Sensitivity 6, it's pretty terrible. It has improved because that was thermal 5. We will ramp this up. 500 tons. 1,000 tons. Okay. Probably just pull it back a little bit. Just go 500 tons for the thermal sensor. So thermal 10, 60, and a weight of 500 tons. So we're insta that. Ah, we don't have a jump drive on here. Ah, okay. The jump drive's going to be 800 tons. We should do the jump drive right now. So jump engine, because we've got jump efficiency 10, which means that 10% of the craft needs to be the jump drive. It'll be a military jump drive. Size. (16), 8,000 tons. Yeah, and the jump drive is 800 tons. Keep these at the minimum because you don't need to really jump anyone else. It's a shame that there's not like a self jump for this size. There's a self jump for that. Oh. So what are we using as our specification? MJD. With an E of 10, so that's a big increase in efficiency. And you weigh 800 tons. Okay. So insta you. We'll also obsolete all of the existing jump drives because they're all relatively low efficiency. So we're going to obsolete component. Obsolete component. Obsolete component. Obsolete component. Put that in. So yeah, we've only got a little bit of room to play with, so we're going to actually have to make a much smaller thermal sensor. So instead, we'll go with something that maybe is like 100 tons. And then just fill the remainder with like a little bit more fuel. Yeah. So you are a TH2 12 with let's look. How much fuel have you got? Do you really need much more fuel? 2,000 days of fuel, which means you've got what, like 5 or 6 years? I would like you to have more fuel, but it's not necessary. I think having a more powerful sensor here might actually be more useful. Yeah, we'll go with 250-ton sensor. Which is actually the same we have here. Alright. Done. And then 50 tons remaining. We'll grab ourselves a merry little Christmas. 50 tons of fuel. Ah, no. We need deployment time. Damn it. Okay, if you're going to be deployed for 5 years, you're going to need 60. minimum. Yep, that's already overweight. Okay. Go to 72. Make it 6 years. We're going to drop 250 tons. Now, by the way, we have biphase carbide armor, which is lovely. That means that we have some of the best armor for this stage in the game, which is nice. What else could we drop? Like, we could drop power from the engines. We could go for less powerful engines, but how fast we can explore is going to be dependent on our sensors and our engines. So I don't really feel like dropping those. We could just drop the thermal sensor, but that would seem to be something that might be a little bit important. Could scrape some fuel off. How much fuel do we get if we scrape some fuel away? Roughly 5 years. Okay, what if we drop you a little bit as well? Okay, 5 years. 5-year deployment time, but it goes at 5,000 kilometers per second, which is pretty fast for an exploration ship. Ah, maintenance life. Right. Oh, there's so many things to worry about now. Okay, yeah, this is not great. So maintenance life is 0.18 years, with an average failure rate of 512%. We're going to need more damage control and stuff to take care of this. Not damage control, engineering spaces. So to get that deployment time up, we're looking at a 5-year stint anyway. And that's going to bring us up to 650 tons. Okay. Fine. If we're going to play it this way, we're looking at a 10,000 ton ship. Or we drop the engines a little bit. Because we could quite easily drop 500 from each engine. What's our component summary right now in terms of fuel? Yeah. We could go less efficient on the fuel and carry more fuel quite easily. It's just I don't like doing it, but it is the most efficient way overall. It's just not efficient in terms of fuel usage. So let's bring you down to there. We don't have to be that fast. And what if we go for a pair of 2,000 ton engines, and we'll save like 1,000 tons. Yeah, that'll work. Right, so you'll be the CIFD with a 2 kiloton and a F of 9.73. Right, drop those engines. Put those engines in. That's still quite fast. We've got 400 tons to play with. Maintenance life is really good. We could probably increase that a little bit. Drop one of those engineering spaces. 2 of them? Oh, what did I got rid of the bridge. Damn it! It's because it moves around over here. Okay, we do need another engineering space. So we're going to go for a 6-year deployment, so we want more fuel. Let's go back to using the very large fuel store. 6 years. That's, 6 years of fuel. That's good. What else would we need, possibly? I think everything here is fine. Right. Speed's been cut a bit, but I'm okay with that. And there's 250 tons to play with. 50 tons, yeah, let's start complaining about individual. Come on, bring it down. 68. 65. 62, 61, 60. Really? Really? Okay, what about 66? And can I shave something somewhere else? 50 tons? You're having a laugh, mate. Alright. Large fuel store, large fuel store, large fuel store. And then... fuel store, fuel store, fuel store. Okay, intended deployment, 6 years. Maintenance life over 6 years. Fuel store? 8,000 tons exactly. Bang on 8,000 tons. Gives a range of 2,000 days. Over 700 billion kilometers. I'm okay with this. Right. This is the Darwin. Exploration ship, science vessel. I'm called exploration ship. Mainly because science vessel is SV and so is salvage vessel, which is confusing. This will be fine. Right. Lock it down. Darwin class exploration ship. 154 crew. 4,000 kilometers per second. Maintenance life over 6 years. It's got jump drive. It's got 2 320 EP engines. It takes almost 1 million fuel. That's gonna be expensive. It's got a range of 703.1 billion kilometers, which is 2,034 days. It's got 1 improved geological sensor, 1 improved gravitational sensor, and a thermal sensor, which is pretty terrible. It's classified as a military vessel. Okay. Right, in which case... let's go to the shipyards. Jungfrau. We would like to retool for the EX Darwin. Done instantly because it's not been tooled for anything. We'll add an extra slipway. And then we're going to start producing them. And I am thinking that maybe we should stop naming each of the craft differently because it is getting very complicated. It's getting very complicated to go between them. Where we're just like, which one is this? Have we used this name before? What should I do about the thing? I don't know. For now, we will continue doing it, but I will probably be taking a poll in future about changing that back. So you're going to be the Darwin. You are going to be Mendel, Carson. Okay. Mendel. Carson. And who was that fourth one? Russell Wallace. I'm just going to go with Wallace so you can be Wallace. There we go. Now we've done November of this year. Damn, that's fast. It's April and you've only done November. That's what we get for having that, was it 40% build speed buff that we've now got? Right. You're all good? Let's carry on. We're also going to be, after this, cranking out our own quite large and expensive military. And the thing I'm mostly worried about is fuel. It's going to be 30 million fuel probably just to outfit a military, so... Gravitational complete in the Moon system. Okay. Which case... I assume you're in the Moon system right now. You are. Feel free to jump through, say, 3. It's a good number. Carry on. Do-do-do-do. This is the game I like to play. It's called The Windows Cursor is Spinning, and it fits quite nicely over there, so just try and get it, like, as close to exactly over the top as you can. You've got to find, you know, something to do when Aurora's loading, right? Like explain your silly games to people. Ah, it went. No. All is good. Carry on. Now you might see that Kavalan 2 and Kavalan 1 are complaining. They're not really complaining. They're like, oh, I've not got any military. And then I've got garrison units there who are like, mate, we've got enough military. What are you saying? You're saying there's a problem with military? No, mate, no, there's no problem with the military. It's fine. You're lovely, lovely people. So, you know, they're not complaining. We're only going 4 days. Come on, give me like a nice 30-day jump. We'll get there eventually. Come on, load up. Tick 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 tick. Okay, we went with 6 days. Oh, god damn it. I think I'm going to start recording and I will just skip ahead until something happens. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so very quickly, we're now on the 10th of June. We're not going very fast, but I did construct another Helios. We need more fuel, so I'm kind of hoping that we can pump out maybe 3 of them. So that's our second one. Fleets, Habitat, Helios, Detach, Show me task groups. And then Helios Jupiter, join. And you know what? Maybe we'll make a third as well. Because I can eventually just have them detach and go other places. They don't have to stay around Jupiter forever. So Helios with the 40% left. June next year. We've got a very productive industry. It's just getting them the actual minerals they require. Speaking of which, Earth, we should probably show you. Earth's not doing too well for minerals. Eek. Chromium is still the main issue, but we're shipping in at a pretty decent rate, having been focused on that for a while. Either way, let's skip forwards. Back in a bit. Right, so we've just managed to do our research into magazine feed efficiency and tiny fuel store. If we're going to get fighters, we're probably going to want to get ourselves... I think it's logistics. There's something that I want, like, that is tiny. Engineering section small. Yes, and I think you can get, like, tiny or fighter engineering section. We'll just chuck 27 people on it. I can do that. Not really bothered about that. That'll be done September, so less than a month. Excellent. Gonna get there slowly. Just persevere. Eventually. Right. 9th September. Damn. Colony ship. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Carry on. We'll get there. I just want to get the damage control. '18th September. Oh, we're going 9 days. That's different. If you're wondering why Aurora is becoming a little less frequent on the channel, it's mainly because of this. It means that every time I stream it, instead of being able to stream for like 3 hours and get 3 to 4 videos, I get 1 or sometimes if I'm lucky too. Like, it just went a day. Great. So it becomes more and more taxing to actually record a decent amount of Aurora that will get you a full video. And I think this is the problem with Aurora in general. I think probably the reason that I ended up canning the last series like 2 years ago. I really hope we can meet an alien race and have a full war, though, before that happens. That's what I'm holding out for. I'm like, yeah, we need to meet an alien race, have a full war. Which is, you know, this is fine and stuff, you know, to play by yourself at home, etc. It's just, if I'm trying to record it, it's a lot of time to get a Aurora episode done. But by yourself, you know, you can chill out, read a book, listen to an audiobook is a really good one. Ooh, there we go. We got the section there. And this time we went a long way into the future. So let's get ourselves logistics. Engineering section tiny. Yes, I'm pretty happy with that. That'll be done November. Oh, December, sorry. Okay. Right, well, soon enough we should have ourselves some lovely little exploration ships. Soon. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we have ourselves the Wallace, the Carson, the Mendel, the Darwin, all ready to go. I would like to click the thing. The thing happened. Oh god. Ah! Okay, that can go. Right, you. I will have yourself a very... Right, split you off. Rename the task group. It's the XE Darwin 001. And then detach everyone else. Right. Now, if I select the Darwin, I'm going to put your primary order as... So next 5 system bodies, and then survey... Actually, no, do system bodies as second, and do jump points as first, because at the moment we just want to focus on, like, finding new systems, not exactly taking advantage of them. I need to find the aliens first, so... Survey... Next 3 system locations. Then conditional... If your fuel is less than 50, refuel at colony or tanker, and supply is less than 20%, resupply at colony or supply ship. Bam. And then copy order subordinate formations. I can use this. Oh, you have subordinate formations already? I didn't. What? Oh, you need an order. Move to Earth. There we go. Copy. Sweet. That worked really well. Right. You should be supply points less than 20. Supply points less than 20. And supply points less than 20. And that should work. However, we're going to give them some actual orders. So if I look at the map real quick, we want to find the aliens who could be in... I'll bring it down for you to see. Could be in around here. So we're going to have a look at maybe Martek, Kyle, Moan, Strickling, and Ninja. I guess we've already got someone in Ninja, so we're going to focus on Strickling, Kyle, Martek, and Moan. So, we would like to go Liara, Kyle, unexplored jump point. In fact, we could get quite a few people to go to Kyle. We'll see. Mendel. Liara. Kyle. Go for Kyle as well. Darwin. You're going to go Liara. Greenfield. Moan. Jump point 4. And then Carson. I feel confident about Kyle, so I'm going to go Liara, Kyle, jump point 4. I'm going to send them on their way. Let's see if this works. We know there's an alien full-on empire out there, and that they sent a ship into... Did it get into Moon through Greenfield, or it got into Greenfield through Liara? Either way, it came back from inside where we assume to be our empire. So Kyle is a good option. Alright, tiny engineering section is done. Working on the next active growth sensor. Power propulsion. Max squad jump size is actually quite tempting. It's only 8,000 as well. Yeah, grab that. We can use that for our military ships. We'll of course need a lot more minerals to build military ships, but we can make it work. Right, tick, 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 tick. Hello! We have found Wolf, which we're going to rename System View. Lot of asteroids. A lot of asteroids. Damn, this place could actually be quite useful for minerals if its asteroids are at all good. We'll rename the system. You're going to be Drainaru. Drainaru, Draina, hey, hey. Right, done. Oh. Whoops. When I built these ships, I didn't then tell it to build more biologists, so... We will get you to build another Darwin. However, this time... This is going to be the Pasteur. Watson. The Van Leeuwen. I need to get this hook. Sure, hopefully I've got that right. Lamarck? Yeah, Lamarck. And that's it for now. Carry on. Getting the map to fit after this is going to be a pain. I might need to make some major alterations to actually make it work. Oh, hello. This is a fancy one. Hello, Galise. It's very dense, unlike the last system, which was kind of out there. Right, let's rename you. Possibly terraformable. but ultimately would be very tough. Rename system. And you are... Esorevic. We should see another one pop up relatively soon. Okay. Terrestrial planet? Ah, trace atmosphere. I thought we might find something. Could be alien. No. Okay, rename. They need an atmosphere to be good for life. This is the Patupi system. Yeah, Patupi system. Patupi! Patupi! Right, you're good. Sorry about the Patupi. Apparently I'm bursting with excess energy right now. The next one's going to take a little bit longer to get to because instead of sending a ship to Liara, Kyle, jump, it's going Liara, Greenfield, Moan, jump, I believe. So might take just a little bit longer. December 27th. Okay. Pretty small jump. You never know if one of these small jumps is going to be, oh, by the way, this is because someone's going to intercept you. Yeah, that was 18 hours, that jump. Can also be because someone's watching you at a sensor station that is hidden. And nearly always that's precursors. I am watching you. No aliens so far? No aliens so far. New jump point found in the Draenor system. We've got an extra research lab. Okay. I'll give you that extra research lab. And I think this is probably a good place to end this episode. So we've got our research ships out doing their researching thing. They haven't really found anything yet, apart from some other systems, but no sign of alien life. If we bring up the map and we dare to refresh it, we have a bit of a mess to deal with. Oh dear. I don't know how to deal with this mess. Maybe if we like shifted everything sideways or something. Yeah, I guess if we shift you to here, you to here, you to here, you to here, and then Moan to here. Okay, or there. Kyle goes here. No, Kyle! God damn it, Kyle. We've got to make room because each of these has spurs coming off it. I guess that works. This is going to need some real working on. So, in fact, I'll do this between episodes. But for now, I've been EnterElysium. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have, like, if not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Even if YouTube will not actually show you the videos that you subscribe for. But that's fine. That's just YouTube these days. Eh? Until next time, though, stay shiny.